you in, know it to be yourself or play a role.
Two big stories tonight. Singer-actress Aaliyah is killed in a plane crash. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. A breaking story out of the Bahamas tonight. Authorities have confirmed that R&B singer and actress Aaliyah is among 8 people killed in a plane crash.
Yeah, the plane crashed as it tried to take off from the island of Abaco in the Bahamas. 9 people, all Americans, were on board that plane. One man survived the crash and was taken to a nearby hospital. The plane was leaving Marsh Harbor Airport around 3:50 local time when it went down.
Aaliyah and her crew had been shooting a video in the Bahamas. The plane was taking the group back to the United States when it crashed. CNN is reporting that baggage handlers said the plane was overloaded with suitcases and that the handlers and the plane's pilot complained about the heavy load. But they say passengers insisted on taking everything with them. Aaliyah was recently nominated for a Grammy Award for her song Try Again and made her acting debut in the movie Romeo Must Die. We'll have more on this breaking story as it develops.
And famous Las Vegas entertainer talks about the short life of a music star who died last weekend. First though, Kevin Janis. The death of singer Aaliyah is still making headlines around the country. People might not know the entertainer got her first break on stage right here in Las Vegas, courtesy of her aunt, performer Gladys Knight. Knight lives in Las Vegas, and she spoke to Eyewitness News reporter Tom Jones today about the life and death of her niece.
When singer-superstar Aaliyah received her first platinum record, her aunt, longtime performer Gladys Knight, couldn't have been prouder.
It was really kind of tough not to go and tell people that that's my niece.
Knight could have also told people she gave her 22-year-old niece her first shot in the spotlight when she brought her on stage to sing at the Las Vegas Hilton 11 years ago.
And she came out and she performed with me. She did When I Think of Home, and she did a great job.
And the rest, as they say, is history. History that came to a sudden and tragic end on Saturday. That's when Aaliyah's plane crashed after a video shoot in the Bahamas. The impact killed Aaliyah and 8 others. Gladys Knight had just wrapped up a concert in Las Vegas when she got the news. Traumatized, Knight thought about the 36-year-old son she lost 2 years ago, and she thought about how a higher power helped her through that tragedy.
I was able to go back and draw on that same faith that got me through that, but it is a pain. It is something that you can't really explain to people, the hurt, the depth of it.
Knight says she composed herself because she had another show to do. When she went back on stage,
I sang for Aaliyah that night because she had sung her songs here, and it was time for her to sing her songs elsewhere.
Elsewhere as in up in heaven. Tom Jones, Eyewitness News.
Burial service for Aaliyah will be this Thursday.
The remains of R&B singer Aaliyah have been returned to the United States. A plane carrying her body arrived at the Newark Airport in New Jersey. She died in a plane crash last weekend, you'll recall, in the Bahamas. 8 others also died. Aaliyah was born in New York City and raised in Detroit. She was just 22 years old. Aaliyah actually got her start, though, right here in Las Vegas. She's the niece of legendary singer Gladys Knight, and the two actually performed together when Aaliyah was just 11 years old.
As she grew, I was so proud. I mean, it was really something for me not to sit back and say, you know, that's my niece, you know, because I knew that she was made of good stuff and she would be around for a while, and she would branch out and use all of her gifts. I just knew that early on.
The singer had 2 Grammy nominations, a platinum album, and several high-profile movie roles.
People across the country are mourning the death of Aaliyah. The remains of the R&B singer are now in the United States. A plane carrying her body arrived at the Newark Airport in New Jersey yesterday. She died in a plane crash along with 8 others last weekend in the Bahamas. Aaliyah was only 22 years old. She got her start right here in Las Vegas. She is the niece of legendary singer Gladys Knight, and the two performed together when Aaliyah was just 11 years old.
I really enjoyed working with her, and she was beautiful, of course, and everybody loved her, and we would sit down and talk and share ideas and what I thought about the business, things that I had learned, and it was quite an experience.
Aaliyah was nominated for 2 Grammy Awards. She had a platinum album and several high-profile movie roles.
And there are some new developments surrounding that tragic plane crash. It turns out the pilot of that plane, Luis Morales III, was recently charged for cocaine possession and may not have been authorized to fly that plane. Morales pleaded no contest to the drug possession charge just 12 days before the crash. He was a certified pilot hired to fly the plane just 2 days before the crash, but officials with the FAA say they do not have any records authorizing him to fly the plane for the operator. The cause of the crash is still under investigation, although engine failure and overloading of cargo are 2 theories being considered.